Hello, good morning, guys. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Sunny, and today I want to be showing you guys how I'll be trading this 10k propfirm account. So this was a free propfirm account that I got, and you if you pass the challenge and you get funded, you get to keep 50%. I think the bonus is now over, but for now, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to trade it, and I I am already down 3%, and the reason is because I failed to follow my risk management, my strategy, and my plan, because a lot of greed comes to me whenever I'm trading. So I guess the best option is to post it on YouTube and let people follow my journey, and that way I think I'll be able to maintain a good um a good strategy. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I want to try my best and follow my plan so that I know when I'm posting it on YouTube and a lot of people are seeing it, that will make me be very, very cautious of the kind of trade I'm going to take. So that being said, let's go to the chart, and also I'll be doing analysis. So not only am I going to be showing you the trades I took, I'm going to be showing you the analysis that I take and the reason I take the trade. So this way it will be more like we are learning from each other, right? So it's not more like you are just watching my video for fun. So you can also be learning from my analysis. And also, if I take a loss, you can also correct me. Hey, you didn't analyze this way, or this has to do this before I could sell or buy, or those kind of things. But I think I'm pretty good on forex, and I've been trading forex for a long time now. So what I'll be doing now is I'll be going to the 15-minute time frame, and we'll start with a top-down analysis and see if there's going to be any potential trade for me to take today. So starting from the higher time frame, which is the 15-minute time frame, yeah, if we go to the far hours time frame, we can see that we are in a lower low zone currently right now. This is GBP USD. I'm trading GBP USD, and currently you can see that we are in a lower low zone. Let me hide this. And where are we in price action? That's the first thing I need to do. I need to know the face of the market, and I know this is our last lower high that made this lower low, and we can look for our supply zones around here. But price is not near there now. Before price could come to this supply zone, it might take a week or two or something, because for price to come to here, I don't think it will arrive here today, but we'll see if price is going to do that. So we'll just focus more on intraday analysis. But first of all, let's see where we are in price action. Where is that low forming? We can see that we are not arriving at any demand zone. The demand zone that led to the break of structure that we could expect a reversal from is down here. But also, it's also good to notice that we have also cleared some liquidity around here. So now that we know that we have placed some liquidity, then maybe we could be having some kind of bullish retracement. So that's just a consideration for now, not exactly what's going to happen, but we'll do that once we go down to the lower time frame. So best case scenario is we come down to this demand and we continue bullish. But for now, we are in a lower low zone. So there's no point of staying on the 4 hours time frame because it's not going to give us much information. So that's why I need to go back to the 15-minute time frame and find our nearest supply zone, our relevant main push for this session. So the relevant main push for this session would be this supply zone, right? This supply zone that cleared liquidity that led to this break of structure. And you can also see we have another sweep of liquidity. We swept Asian high that led to another break of structure. So this is our intraday main push on this time frame. So this lower high that made this lower low that broke the structure is our intraday main push. So currently now we are on the lowest point of that. So are we going to be expecting a pullback, or are we going to continue bearish? So how are we going to know what exactly is going to happen in this session? So I'll take you down to the 5-minute time frame and we'll do more on intraday intra-session analysis. So coming to that, I can first of all I can see that all this could be liquidity at some point because we have mitigation, mitigation, mitigation. This is the last supply without mitigation. So at some point we could be coming to attack this trend line liquidity, and we start the pullback and come into this supply, and maybe from there we continue bearish. So this is our current framework of what we could expect for this session, right? So let's go to the 5-minute time frame real quick and let's do the more intraday analysis. So I'll bring out these sessions indicators that's going to tell us what session we are and what we could be expecting. So now when I focus more on this, I can see that the last lower high that made this lower low in the intraday analysis is we have this run of liquidity that led to this break of structure that led to this mitigation and continuation to the downside. We broke structure to the downside, right? And we are arriving at that supply zone now. So also I can see there are lots of liquidity on these lows here. There are lots of liquidity. We have equal lows liquidity, previous this low liquidity, and Asian low liquidity. So we could expect that price could be attacking those liquidity at some point. So if we are going to be doing our intra-session analysis, where could we be reversing from? Where could we be looking for price to react? So first of all, what I see during the Asian session was we have this liquidity. I know we could continue bearish because we have not seen any sign that price is going to give us continue bullish, right? Until we got this sweep during Asian session. We got this sweep that led to this break of structure, and people who are selling this could actually be trapped because you can see this red candle, this reaction that we give them. People who are selling thinking we are still bearish and we are going to continue bearish. They got it wrong there, and this actually became the inducement, the build-up, inducement, run of liquidity of those lows that led to a bullish push out. So this is the first sign that the buyers are in control because we swept liquidity and led to a break of structure whilst trapping sellers on this zone there. So this is showing me that we have an inducement right here. So this inducement allowed price to push higher, and you can see we have now arrived at that supply zone. Now there are two questions to ask: Is this valid? Is this a supply zone that's valid? This is not the most supply zone that we'll be expecting to give us a change of character or continue bearish. But as we are seeing it right now, we have seen that we swept early sellers on this Asian high supply zone. So it's a consideration for now. We just need to see the kind of reaction we have on that zone to see if we are going to continue bearish or we are going to continue bullish. So first of all, we read more into that. What I can see is we have this trend line that was forming. We have this sweep of liquidity that led to the break of structure to the downside, right? We broke this structure right here. This was actually tradable if you understand what structure was doing around that time, but we couldn't take any trade from here. But for now, we can see that we have arrived at that supply zone there and we are doing some kind of manipulations, right? So what I'm seeing now is very, very clear. Very, very clear. First of all, I can see we have all this liquidity here that we could be trapping to that we could continue bullish to take out. And I can also see that we have this inducement demand here that led to this push out. So currently right now the buyers are in control because they swept liquidity and led to internal bullish break of structure. This is just internal structure right now. So there's nothing much to consider from there. And the also thing to consider is if we can see a break of structure right now, because this could also be a sweep of this high rather than not being a liquidity, or it could be a sweep. And if we see break of structure like this, then I might look to continue that sell. That will be a confirmation to continue the sell, and maybe we come to this demand. If this demand is not strong enough because it's actually did its job and we respect the supply, is going to continue bearish to at least take out this zone, and let's see what New York is going to give us. Right, are we going to get a New York reversal or a New York continuation? So that's what I want to be seeing from the seller's cycle. I want to be seeing what the seller's roadmap is going to be. The other roadmap could be we had a higher low right now that made a higher high. We have this demand, so it's kind of in a mixed price action right now because um, if you are going to be selling from here, you have to see inducement, you have to see confirmation. Otherwise, the buyers are going to continue pushing the market because the buyers are currently in control right now. So now I'm not too conclusive of what's going to happen during this session unless I see control from the sellers. If I see control from the sellers, then I might look to continue that sell to the downside. So the other thing is if we arrive at this demand zone here, this is kind of a mixed price action right now because we had the high low and the high high. If we arrive at this demand zone and we couldn't break it and we have another inducement to the upside, then I will continue. I will take a trade to continue that buy and continue the bullish trend. But for now, I'm just going to wait and see what is going to happen because we are not conclusive on what exactly should happen right now. I'm not going to say we are going to continue bullish and take out all this trend line for now because we have this inducement here that led to this push out. So maybe we'll find another inducement to continue. That could happen actually, but that's not what I will say is going to happen. But if I see that happening, there are going to be a checklist of confirmation that I will need to follow that roadmap. All right. So I think that will be all for now, and I'm going to update you guys on any trade that I took on the account. As you can see, I'm 3% down on the account, so I'm going to be very, very cautious and wait for clean confirmation to see if the buyers have now taken control, the sellers are still in control, so we don't take bad trades on this account. So that will be all for now, and thanks for watching. If you want to keep on following me on this journey, you can actually like and subscribe or something like that, that we could continue this journey together and let's learn from each other, right? So thanks for watching.